words, a classic Trump rally full of misogynistic t-shirts.
Trump that bitch.
Minorities getting kicked the out. And Trump supporters like this reacting to minority protesters.
We have named these guys the Black Cockroach Ninjas.
You're not even trying to hide the racism anymore.
No. What? You're at a Trump rally, bro.
Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, yes, we started with MAGA, and I have a little bit more of MAGA because MAGA, they are regretting their votes. They are crying because they are about to lose their health care, and also on the top of that, about losing their health care, they just cannot believe all the things that are happening in the country right now with the hyperinflation, the price of food, everything that is happening right now. And yes, and MAGA, some of them still support the orange bouffon, and they want to blame all this mess in Biden, but it's not even possible to blame Biden in this one. And yes, now with the big beautiful bill, they are about to lose their health care, and this is what they are saying. So stay towards the end because I prepared you a really good video, and you're
the one that hates on the president of the United States on a daily basis, so move the fuck out.
You're the one that hates on the Constitution.
Except I don't hate the Constitution.
Yeah, you do.
The original Constitution.
What does that mean?
The Constitution that was made to be unchanged.
The Constitution was not made to be unchanged, you d***ass. What's a constitutional amendment?
Please show me where that says.
What's a constitutional amendment? Oh, hey, bud, do you like your right to own guns?
Oh, gladly.
Oh, do you know that was from a change to the Constitution?
Please show me that, actually.
The Second Amendment. What is an amendment, Caleb? You're amending it. You're changing it. An amendment is definitionally a change. F***ing hell.
What's the most important issue in the governor's race here in Virginia?
Getting back to the basics of teaching children, not teaching them critical race theory.
And what is critical race theory?
Well, I'm not going to get into the specifics of it because I don't understand it that much, but it's something that what little bit that I know I don't care for.
And what have you heard that you don't?
Well,
that you don't like?
I'm not going to, I don't have that much knowledge on it, but it's something that I'm not.
I don't have that stupid Obamacare. I'm covered by the Affordable Care Act.
The Affordable Care Act is Obamacare, genius.
I voted for Donald Trump to piss off the liberals. It was hilarious. But this bill they're trying to pass will take away my Medicaid. I have type 2 diabetes with a diabetic retinopathy. If I can't afford my medicine, I will lose my vision. I'm scared. I'm in tears and need urgent help. Too bad you're gonna lose your eyesight, buddy, because you won't be able to see just how owned all these liberals are. I mean, you're getting what you voted for. Even seeing all these liberals angry and upset, you should be ecstatic. What's there to be scared of? I mean, all the people that you don't like are gonna be suffering. So who cares if you're suffering too? Posts like this are gonna be a lot more common in the coming weeks, months, even years. But when that time comes and these people are crying and groveling for help and wondering why this happens, be sure to make them feel the full weight of this decision that they made in voting for Trump, and remind them of every single thing that they did and supported that brought us to this moment. Racism has a cost, and unfortunately for MAGA, it's way higher than any of them could ever afford.
And how can you do that to yourself? She knows that she had diabetes. She knows that she depends in Medicaid and Medicare. And Republicans for years, they've been saying that they want to eliminate Medicaid and Medicare. So how someone can go ahead and vote for the MAGA buffoon, for the orange buffoon. How can you do that to yourself? If you know that you need these resources, you need to have your Medicaid in place, you need to have your Medicare in place, and you just come and vote for the orange buffoon. And yes, the big beautiful bill is defunding hospitals all around the country, because some of these hospitals, 30%, 40%, 60% of these patients, they are all Medicaid and Medicare, and having no Medicaid and Medicare in this moment, or trying to remove, yes, a lot of those hospitals, rural hospitals, the most, are going to be closing their doors. And now for the people in rural areas that doesn't have a hospital, they're gonna have to drive for 2, 3 hours or 4 hours until they get to the city hospital. The thing is just the ones that voted for him, the MAGA that voted for him, they are all living in small towns. Most of them live in a small town. They have a small town mentality, and they are the ones that voted for him. They are the ones that are gonna receive the consequences of this the most. When the big cities will be able to survive in a better way, even when they are generating chaos everywhere. Yes, the MAGA, the orange buffoon, is just making everything, every single thing in this full of chaos. Okay, that's what they want. They want to generate that sense of insecurity, the feeling unsafe. Remember, the orange buffoon is a dictator. So dictatorships, for the dictatorships can flourish, they need to be in broken economies. Okay, they need to be in broken economies. They need to be in economies that are not working. Or they have to destroy the economy. If the economy of that country is working, dictators have to destroy the economy of this country. So the state's end.
Y'all, we're Republicans and we voted for Trump and we voted red down ticket like we always do. And the Republican House last night, they voted to cut Medicaid and to cut SNAP benefits. My family relies so heavily on both of those. Before the election, they said they weren't going to cut any of these programs. And so we voted for them because we always vote for them. And we've been calling their offices nonstop, telling them not to vote yes on this budget bill last night, and they did it anyway. I mean, how can they not care if they hurt their own constituents? We put them in office. And now they're taking away my children's health care. Why would Trump do this to us? I don't understand.
My medication, it runs $20,000 a month without insurance. I make $800 a month. Oh, that will kill me. That would kill my friends. That would kill millions of people in this country if they lose their health care.
We're in California's District 22, a rural community in the state's Central Valley. This district voted for Trump for the first time in 2024, but now his policies threaten one of the benefits people here rely on the most. Do you know anyone personally who voted for President Trump but depends on benefits like Medicaid?
Oh yeah. I know a lot of people.
People they're hurting are the poor people. People that really need the stuff. Elon Musk doesn't need it. Trump doesn't need it. And, billionaires don't need it.
They're making out big time with this, but they're hurting people in the process.
If we could go back to November, who would you vote for now, seeing what you see?
For either one.
You just wouldn't have voted.
None either.
This is who's taking over the United States, guys. These guys, check this out and listen into it because it gets crazy.
Empathy almost needs to be struck from the Christian vocabulary.
It does.
Empathy
yes.
is dangerous. Empathy is toxic. Empathy will align you with hell.
Absolutely.
Trump just said today that the tariffs are doing so well, he thinks they're going to be the money we operate on instead of federal income taxes. He said to begin with, the people making $200,000 or less will be the first ones to go tax-free, baby. Looking forward to that. It just keeps getting better, y'all.
Ah, what a beautiful morning. So grateful that Trump got in office. Life is going to be so much easier again.
A few moments later.
So I just got the quote from the dentist in Mexico I've been looking to go see because, no offense to my current dentist in the United States, I love him. He does a really great job, and I wish I could go to him. I just can't afford dental care in the United States.
Own the libs. Are you winning yet? No, because you played yourself. These are the females who lack the spine and the courage to step into a private voting booth and vote to safeguard their own rights as women. They're so weak that they actively participate in their own downfall, allowing men to use them as tools to strip away their own rights and help strip away the rights of us all as women. This is what happens when you're gullible enough to fall for the conservative patriarchal illusion of a traditional family, where the man is supposed to be the leader, but in reality, that so-called provider is a failure, leaving you, his wife, so financially helpless that you are forced to rely on the very people that y'all demonize and cheer to be deported just to survive. Now look at you crossing the border into Mexico. Yes, the same Mexico you clutch your pearls over just to be able to afford health care. You're out here bragging about voting for Trump, yet you can't even afford to put America first under Trump. You're out here fighting for white supremacy, but white supremacy ain't fighting for you. Make it make sense. And the best part, this is just a warm-up, so buckle up because the real struggle hasn't even.
And what's going on with this lady? She just was a big Trump supporter, and then she just was like, oh, I'm just gonna sleep better because I know Donald Trump is in office. And then she just posted in her TikTok that she's going to Mexico to get like a cavity repair or something like that. That she doesn't know that we can just have all those services here, low cost for us. With the government help us to have it, and it's gonna cost less to the government than what we have right now here in the United States working in healthcare.
LBJ, that's why he said we're having these Negroes voting Democrat for the next 200 years. But all those policies have not done what they promised. Would you agree?
I would not agree.
So you think we're better off as black people now than we were before LBJ passed those policies?
Yes, brother, we can vote without the threat of violence. Are you talking about the Civil Rights Act of 1964? Is that what you're describing as a negative thing?
I'm not saying the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was, I'm talking about...
That's LBJ, I just want to be clear. That's LBJ who you said were...
Well, I just spoke to my mother who's in the nursing home. You know, she and my family have told me for the past 10 years to keep my mouth shut and to not offend people with my, political views, because my political views are, let's take care of people. Let's not be assholes. And let's not lie about facts. Because immigrants are not more dangerous than the men that have my skin color. Never have been. Never will be. Ever. We are the predators. It's on every single map. It's charts and graphs, man. If you have problems with numbers, it's basic charts and graphs. Okay.
Sir, looks like you don't have medical insurance. We'll probably have to sell one of your kidneys to cover the cost.
That's okay. The billionaires are getting richer, and that's all right by me.
But I digress. My mom called. She's already heard about what's happening at the nursing homes because she lives in a nursing home. Thank God my brother put her in a nursing home in Kansas and not Missouri. That's her only hope, is that she's in a blue state. Of course, Kansas is still full of a whole bunch of, my dad used to say, sunflowers and sons of bitches, but I loved Kansas. Missouri's the sons of bitches. Missouri's holding a special election, trying to get everybody redistricted because they are the bootlicking. What does Trump have on them? He's holding everybody hostage. But now, here's where they fucked up. They passed that big, beautiful bill, and everyone said, oh, we're going to get all these people that don't deserve Medicaid off of Medicaid. Shit, whatever. Y'all that don't understand how anything works, that's not how it works. There's nobody on Medicaid that doesn't fully qualify for Medicaid. They only look through your fucking doctor's records. Idiots. Okay, but my mom called, and she's not sure what she's going to do. And the only good thing, and if this video got out to my brother, he would say, yeah, there's my sister. We told that motherfucker never to vote for Donald Trump. My brother will be, there are familial responsibilities in 29 states out of 50. And what that means is, it's a little known fact that children are responsible for their parents. That's for their food, clothing, housing, and medical care. The children are financially responsible for their parents. Now, you may have had a bad mom. You may have had a horrible dad. But because of the fact that they are your parent, there is a little known fact called a filial, F-I-L-L-A-L, I believe it is, responsibility, means that you are responsible for all of the bills, for all of your mother's medication, for all of your mother's welfare, for her clothes, for her food. Oh, she's not going to get SNAP benefits because we already cut all the SNAP benefits. So I hope you don't mind working a third job to take care of your mom. And I told my mom this afternoon, good thing her son's Republican. The only family member in our family that is Republican is one of my brothers. And we don't know what the fuck happened to him. I mean, we're all Democrats. As far as the eye can see, we've got one lone Republican, but he's the one that insisted on voting for Donnie John. So now he's going to be finding out that is not super healthy, not able to take care of my mother. And then I'm out here in California. I'm not bringing her out here. I don't even have a place to live out here where I could take care of her. Dadgummit. You know, I saw a gal that was a physical therapy tech, and she's like, well, they said they were going to send my dad home from the nursing home. So I went down a rabbit hole. What fucking rabbit hole? We've been telling you they were lying. We told you they were lying. You don't need to go down a rabbit hole. All you need to do is listen to other humans. See, the only way that we were able to come from the East Coast to the West Coast is we got into a wagon trail with a bunch of other people and we circled our wagons together. We've always done that since the beginning of humanity. We listen to each other and take advice from each other. That's how we survive in this big, crazy, fucked up place called Earth. We have done that since we began speaking. We chose a leader, the person that was the smartest, the person that was the most qualified, no matter what color their skin was, and no matter where they went to college, or even if they had a cackly laugh. Apparently Marjorie Taylor Greene is sick of the good old boys club. You think? You think? The whole thing is a good old boys club. Trump is out here saying today that he's not going to give federal funds to anybody that doesn't support all of Israel's companies. You don't think he's not holding something over on those people? The Republicans that keep bending to him? Would you bend to that man? Can you imagine what it's like to be his wife? Can you imagine what that disaster is like? Every time she says something happened, he says, no, it didn't. Every time she wants to talk about something, all he's got coming out of his mouth are lies, lies, lies. Just more lies. Lies for her and lies for him. Lies for all of them. Because all they do is lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. So we have disabled people in our red states trying to decide, can I get to another country? Or do I just have to have a plan B here? Because I will not sit here with no food, no medicine, and no place to live. We've abandoned.
You like the new big beautiful bill?
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll probably lose our health care and our kids might suffer, but our leader's going to be richer, so we're okay with it.
Ma'am, you just lost your home because of the new bill. Do you regret voting for it?
Oh, not at all. My family's homeless, but at least the libs are mad.
Miss, I would like to open up a checking account with my Social Security check.
I'm sorry, sir. Minimum deposit is $200.
I'm having a heart attack, Doc.
Just relax, sir. I see you have Medicaid. Nurse, just give him some Tylenol and make an appointment 3 years from now.
Doc, I think I'm having a heart attack.
Miss, relax. I see you have Medicaid. Nurse, just give her a couple of cold sandwiches and a 6-ounce juice and make an appointment in 3 years.
I'm currently in the hospital, and they're telling me I can't afford to get my cancer treatment, but at least billionaires have tax cuts.
Danny just got accepted into college, but I can't take out any more subsidized loans. But hey, at least billionaires got more tax cuts.
I voted for Daddy's because he said there won't be no tax on overtime. Don't you need a job for that? Oh, yeah. That's right.
Voted for Daddy because I thought he was going to bring coal jobs back to our Wi-Fi router. Ain't no one going to take my guns or my ability to Google is the earth flat at 3 a.m.
We've abandoned our elderly. And the people that act like they're surprised, we all fucking told you this was going to happen. But see, the big beautiful bill passage wasn't supposed to go into effect until after the 2026 elections. So they were smart enough. Oh, and a lot of things won't even go into effect until after the 2028 elections. Because your old boy's building himself a grand ballroom with gold chairs that he can just be hanging over. Dudes, the Republicans are in for a shock. 29 states where it is the adult children's responsibility to pay for everything for grandma and grandpa. You got a spouse that needs extended care? Fuck that. He's coming home now. We have no place to put our Alzheimer's people. We have no place to put our dementia people. We have no place to put our Parkinson's people. We have no place to put people after they've had a stroke. We have no place. Because see, what used to happen is people used to have things like health insurance that paid for nursing home care and long-term care. Didn't pay for it anymore. See, because our health insurance CEOs, they just keep cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. They're the gatekeeper that keep us from our own medical care. Only place you're going to get good medical care for your grandma? Mexico. Hopefully you can get her down in Mexico City or Canada. Hopefully you have some sort of big in-demand job, which is one of the reasons why if you are an older woman, I don't care if you never wanted to be a nurse, if you never wanted to be a nurse anesthetist, if you never wanted to be a nurse practitioner, sucks to suck, now might be the time. If you thought you were too old, I tell you, one of the reasons, I mean, they're always going to need healthcare people everywhere. I don't care if you're an ambulance driver, I don't care what, but if you may need to get out of this country with your mother in order to get her care. I went through this a couple years ago, saying that I wanted to move my mother to Ireland, where she would receive care. She was too scared. She didn't want to leave Kansas City. Thank God my brother got her to Kansas and got her over to the Kansas side, where she's now on Medicaid from Kansas. She knows what's happening. These elderly people are going to be tossed in the street because these for-profit businesses, and they are all for profit, are not going to keep grandma and grandpa pay for their meds, pay for everything when they are not getting paid back by Medicaid. They won't be able to staff the place. The only way that any hospital stays staffed is through Medicaid reimbursements. And when those dry up, which they will, because our dumb friends thought that this Medicaid cut was only going to hurt able-bodied young men living in their mother's basement. Because the Republicans are lying. That's all they do is lie. So call your grandma or see her while you can while she's still here. Is this going to be bad?
I know some people love these MAGA fuck around, find out stories, but this one really pisses me off because this mother in Missouri, a state where 1 in 5 people are on Medicaid, she has a 9-year-old who's disabled, who needs Medicaid. And I want her to have it. I want that mother and that child to have all the support that they need. That's what I voted for, right? I did my part. Us Kamala voters, we did our part. And she's out here telling reporters when they're asking her about the big, beautiful bill that's going to affect her and going to hurt her and going to hurt her family, she says she's not one for politics. She's not interested in politics. Lady, the Republicans who lead your state have made your daughter's existence political. So you don't get to say that you're not interested in politics. They forced your hand. You know what I mean? And so she's writing to her Senator Josh Hawley, telling him about how the Trump tax bill is going to affect her. And he's out there making public statements about how this could hurt Missourians. Doesn't matter. A few days later, he votes for the bill anyway. This is why you don't get to say that you're not interested in politics. Politics affects all of our lives. If you're silent, you're complicit. And we just made it towards the end of this video. Thank you for staying towards the end. Please don't forget giving a like, comment, and subscribe. Help us to support liberal media. If you want to buy me a coffee, here I give you all the information for you can buy me a coffee. For the ones that have bought me coffee, they have sent me $5, $10, $20, $100. Okay, I just wanted to say thank you for the bottom of my heart. Okay, I'm not like a kid in the candy shop every time that I get that money for coffee. So thank you so much, you guys. Take care. Bye bye.